Welcome everybody, it's Hawkins with you, and today we're going to be starting a mini-series on Knights of Honor 2 Sovereign. This is going to be our current passion for the grand strategy right now. Found the game recently, didn't know it was coming out. I saw the original way back when, never got a chance to play it. So I'm coming into this with very little bias on anything to do with it, except for I want to have some fun. I hope you do too. So let's get started.
Greetings.
Why,
welcome to Knights of Honor.
So, Knights of Honor 2 Sovereign is a grand strategy with that pulls from a number of different things in the genre. You'll see them as we get into it. Let's start out a new campaign. I did do a single stream on this to get a bit of a feel for it, and played a bit of it before that solo, but we are going to be doing what I'm calling the Highlands to Islands series. We're going to be starting in Scotland as one of the 3 provinces of Scotland. We're going to then try to take over Scotland and claim it for our own, for freedom, and we're going to go and try to take out Scotland, England, Ireland, Wales, Cornwall, whatever this whole island British Isles chain here is. We're going to try to get all of this, and that's where we'll call it a successful campaign. On the left, we get victory rules. This is the whole variety of different victory rules. I don't know that we can do like destroy kingdom, randomly select a kingdom, ensure the target is destroyed in your head. No. Let's see, war for goods, peasant rush, greedy king. No, I think we'll just leave none on the minor victories. It'd be nice if you could say, like, you know, paint a section, you'd be like, I'm going to claim this. That'd be a cool feature for the minor victory, and then it would do a bit of a something for you. We're going to switch to the 1110 AD start, the earliest start in the world. I just like it earlier on. It looks fun. And we're going to go with we're going to start with normal difficulty. If we come back to this for another series, perhaps we'll pump it up from there. Picking kingdom, we're going to go pick one province to play with. So we don't even get all of Scotland. We're just going to be Aberdeen, actually. Historical size will be one province picked. Religious standing is challenging. I don't think it matters, because I don't think that will affect us. Starting King's class, I think we'll go with Marshal. And starting Gold normal, that's the lowest setting. Apparently we don't get lower than normal. King's age, we're going to go slow, because I like the family stuff to not rush through. And just get time to kind of process through things. Espionage role, we can allow the bad guys to do anything they want with us. So let's get this started. Oh, we have to pick our province. So we got to pick one of the 3 provinces. The smallest of the 3 Scottish provinces to begin with is Aberdeen, and we'll be pinned on either side with a passageway. I think there's a path around the west coast here, but basically for Inverness and Edinburgh, which will be Scotland together as a country, they're going to have to wander right through us, and they'll have a distinct passion for getting their lands back from the Kingdom of Aberdeenshire. So I hope that works. I hope we survive it. We'll see. Let's get it started. So we're going to be running this series on the daily. It will be our evening series that will be done, that will be posted at 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So I hope you guys enjoy it. The link will be in the description for getting the game if you like on Steam. And just an easy link for you. It's not a sponsored thing or anything, but if you like the game, let me know in the comments. If you found out about it and decide to get it, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Also, the series should run many episodes. I imagine I'd be surprised if we could do it in under a dozen or 2 episodes. So get in for the long haul, and if you want, the link for the playlist is down below, so you can auto-play through the whole bunch of them. Thanks everybody ahead of time for your support. You people are amazing. A shout out to our patrons and members. The links are down there. So let's get started. It says, welcome, sire. Greetings. And welcome to the medieval world of Knights of Honor. As your humble squire, it is my duty to inform you about the many aspects of ruling over a kingdom. We're gonna hit next. We're gonna go, yeah, sure, next. I'm not sure why it's giving me this tutorial stuff right now, but I'm going to disable tips. Boop. Skip. Thank you. I think I did that right. Okay, so it's still here. Vacant position? Ah, okay. It's going to keep giving me some stuff. So I'm actually going to pause here and go immediately to settings. I just realized I haven't changed this. The controls for pause are P. There's a spacebar control somewhere in here. I think it's already being used. Yeah, space, focus, selection. We'll make that P. And we'll make, I don't know why P, just because right now pause is pause. There we go. Now it's spacebar. Okay. I like that. Let's see. Speed up. Speed down. Cool. Apply changes. Lovely. Okay. Settings corrected. Things are happening. All right. Now we have an interesting set here. We got a village. We got another village. We got a castle. Oh, we got a castle. We're Aberdeen. Right here. This will disable all tutorials related to the world view. You can turn tutorials on once again and reset them all from the game's preferences. Disable. All right, so let's have a look at things. Top left is going to tell us a bunch about our authority and the factions within. There's 5 basically, what are they called? Factions, I guess. The opinions, there's 5 different groups. We have the nobility, the army, the merchants, the clergy, and the peasantry. So you see here has got a negative to culture power and a chance for heresy to spread and stability reduction because the clergy are at a negative. This is randomized. Almost everything in the world is randomized at the beginning. This is Aberdeen, but the Aberdeen's not always associated with these. These will be different each time. There's 4 villages, almost always 4 villages, I think, assigned. There might be chances that some of them have slight randomization, but there are always 4, not villages, 4 settlements assigned to them. Aberdeen has 2 coastal settlements, 2 inland settlements, but what they are, castle, farm, horses, sheep, lumber, whatever, alters every time. Your character, in this case, because we've started a non-historical feature, they just pick a dude, give him a face, give him a name, and give him some stats, and it's totally randomized. In the top left, these 5 are going to be totally randomized, what levels they're at. Right now we have a positive income from merchant trade, more profits from colonies, espionage defense increased, and a 1% plus to the influence. Cool. The authority is what's sitting at what right now? It's sitting at 0. It's basically 0 right now. So that'll be adjustable if we want. The top is our Knights of Honor, counting ourselves as the king, and we can hire up to 8 different knights. And there are 5 styles of knights, 5 categories of knights. They can be marshals, which lead armies. All of them can be governors, but these guys specialize in army leading. These guys specialize in trading and making money and missions related to that. Your diplomats do diplomacy things. Your clerics are capable of doing some nice bonuses for you, including improving the faith production and knowledge production through your kingdom. Spies are, as you might imagine, espionage. They're also very expensive and very difficult to work with a high chance of danger and stuff, but they have a high risk, high reward sort of a character. In the top right, we have our treasury. I'm going to be slightly tutorialing as I go, just kind of to catch up to pace with it as I try to do. If I'm talking too fast, hit the slow down button. If I'm talking too slow or you want to skip ahead, feel free to pop ahead. The treasury, that's how much money we have. The cash flow is dependent on our place. We start with basically $1,200 and it goes up from there. In the settings we started with 300 books. We're growing that. We can max that out at 100. These books are basically for training. If I wanted to train our king with something and give him a new specialty in infantry tactics, for instance, or theology, which are the 2 he's got for his first role, that would cost us books. More detail on that later. Religion, we'll get into the details of it, but this is basically
culture.
Religion and culture, and based on our piety, how we have what we have for like monasteries and all that jazz, will increase that. We can improve the our commerce through religion. We can also improve the function of merchants. We can improve our knowledge gain. A whole lot of things through that. Commerce. Think of this as your commerce pool or your bandwidth for your commerce. The higher this right-hand number, the more things you can do, more actions your merchants can do. Basic trade route might cost you 10. A more difficult or more profitable trade route might cost you 20. Different imports and exports will cost you this. So you have to increase your capacity for commerce. Commerce is like, it's like a trade capacity. Food income. This will provide allow us to keep our food stocked in the villages. So each city, the towns will actually have the towns themselves. That's what these are called. Town. These are our settlements. This is a village settlement. This is a castle settlement. So try to use those terms properly. But in a town, it'll produce its own food from its local area, and whatever it produces will be required to support the actual people there, but then it'll also be required to support our overall national or imperial, whatever, national food stocks. On the right is our kingdom levies. So this is not peasants, this is our production of trained troops. We get 10 for basic, and Royal Lands is +8 right now because we have our city here that's going to produce 4 from settlements and 4 from the governor. The governor is as we chose, a marshal, so he produces some improvements to the levies. This is what we're going to use to supply the manpower for our infantry that are not peasants. Every other trained type of troop will come from there. So we have a couple castles. They're producing some as well. So that's awesome. And we'll deal with that as we go. I've not dealt with this layout before. We can show information on that. There's our pause. On the bottom left, we've got a bunch of information. Province overlay. We've got our library, which is basically the knowledge, the encyclopedia. On the left here,
wisest of rulers and his king.
Yes, exactly. The wisest of rulers and his king? What? I don't understand. The king and his stats and his wife, and this will be his heirs, and this will be some other important people, like if the next king inherits, if one of his sons inherits, he might have brothers listed down here. On the right, we got traditions. These are hyper important as the game goes forward. They're superpowers basically based on we have or have had a knight that has reached level 3 in something. That'll unlock one of these things. They're very expensive to do, and they escalate in their expense as they go forward. They get harder and harder more expensive to make more of them. But they're huge. Like some of them are pretty darn effective. Let's see. Writing, for instance, is phenomenal. Right? The whole kingdom gets 10 knowledge. We're getting 1 right now. Writing would bring us up to 10 times our knowledge, and then it increases the faith and increases the culture power and kingdom influence. And then if you have the writing skill, your merchants are better and your clerics are better. It's all around a phenomenal capacity, a skill. So those are like superpowers that come from some of your knights of honor having reached level 3 in their skills.
Any tactical advice?
Our knights can train skills like this. We spend 200 knowledge, 200 books to do that. If it is the king at the time, he goes straight to level 3. Everyone else gets level 1, then has to upgrade it to level 2 and level 3 as they go forward. We can hire new guys, which we will do right away. I'm going to start by hiring a merchant.
I am ready to trade.
And I'm going to hire a diplomat. That's going to cost us a good chunk of cash. But each of them has
I am ready to trade.
Different bonuses that we can get going here. So we have no we do have Scotland as a trade partner potential. I'm going to cancel that. I do not want to trade partner with Scotland. What I want to do is go to England here, and I'm going to try to improve some relations with them to begin with. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually offer a trade agreement. See if they'll take it straight up. Join us in the war against France. Well, that's interesting. Hold on. Decide later. We're going to click decide later on that one. That's an interesting proposition. We'll look into that in a moment because that's jumping ahead a little bit. Aberdeen here has some options as well. So more details. This one's going to give us our friends, threats, and so on. It'll tell us about who we're friendliest with. In this case, it's Scotland, which is weird, and our threats and so on. Those relations are all randomized. There's so much random going on here. I'm okay with being friendly with Scotland to begin with if we're going to be supporting England in a war. To improve relations there. I'm not sure if we will, but having our military off pillaging and training might be quite profitable for us early on.
Do you need advice?
Our diplomat. So we can actually get him improving relations with somebody that we may want to ally in the future. Let's talk about that. Let's go to our relations.
At your fingertips.
This is our world map. These are overlays. We can go with the different kingdoms to look at them. The focus of my attention is going to be on Denmark, Norway, and Sweden for relations boosts, with the hope that we get the islands here and have an opportunity to have relations that are not going to cause us as much grief. So Denmark, Norway, and Sweden might be good allies, which will make probable good trade partners. but they won't be likely to pull us into wars that matter, right? We're not as likely to have Sweden at war contending with England or Munster, for instance, right? So that's my hope. Get kind of the trade off to the side and focus on the island and support whatever. I'd like to be friendly with England. I'd like to take out Scotland and then try to consolidate some of these smaller places before we take on England, unless there's a grand opportunity and England gets their butts kicked. So if we click over here, we can see click on ourselves. Our stance. We have only one friend right now, which is a little unfortunate. England has a positive relation with Champagne and France. Last time I did this, my first test game, England asked me to go to war with France. The next one, they asked me to go to war to support them with a war that was against Champagne, and France was their best friends. So it's really weird. France rather has a bunch of friends down here. England has a bunch of friends over here. Germany, I guess, is their only... This is all Germany, okay. Kind of like Holy Roman Empire-ish. The hash there means that they are actually involved in the conflict, I believe, with them.
Political
relations. All right, political view. We have, France has friends around here. They have enemies over there. England, similar like we saw there. Okay. Scotland, you are semi-friendly with us and England, which is actually okay for me. I like that. So if we helped England with this war, they would be at war with France. What is their situation? We click here. It says down here, we're on England. So they have friends in Gwynedd and Champagne. So Gwynedd here and Champagne here. They have kinship with Germany. That's what's going on there. There's some sort of blood ties there. They are at war with France. They have no vassals. They have no allies. France has a bunch of vassals. Champagne, Anjou, Aquitaine, and Burgundy, and Flanders. So that's quite the coalition. They consider Toulouse a threat. They are friendly with Brittany and Lorraine. My goodness, that's a lot. And they are enemies of England. Now, I don't want England to be crushed entirely, but I don't want them super strong. It might be an opportunity for us to rally some troops and send them down to try to get some pillaging, loot a village or two and get out without losing too much. Might be a good opportunity. We'll see. So back out of here, I think we might support them. What I want to do is then encourage this guy to become...
Sire.
Well, we got to improve these relations. We got to get the clergy going and stuff, but I want a trade route first with
the world at your
Denmark
fingertips.
if we can. That might be a good choice. So if we can get Denmark to be happy with us, let's say if we offer them trade agreements. Demand support in the war between Saxony and Denmark. Oof. I'm going to refuse, friend. Sorry. Leave audience. How about Norway? Norway has neutral relations with us. See if we can improve that by offering a trade agreement. Maybe after a few years. If we improves its stance. Okay. How about Sweden? One of these three might be a good choice. Trading with Aberdeen does not interest us. All right. Well, let's get relations going with Norway
convincing?
then. Improve relations with Norway to begin with.
I am off to make some new friends.
Excellent.
I
Good
am
to
ready
hear.
to trade.
So our current only trade option will be with Scotland. So I'm going to leave
Let
that
us
as an
trade
option.
with these
So,
fine people.
let's trade with these fine people. All right, then into the city. We're going to hit escape to pop back in here. We're already, 15 plus minutes in. Looking at about 30 to 40 minutes an episode. But we'll get things started and eventually hit unpause before we start this one. Not going to get into any of that. A time stamp on the bottom left. This is the squads that are related to the the garrison of the city. This shows our garrison defense. We definitely want to up that before too long. The town defenders, various things can affect this. This is the productivity of the place, the general information about the settlement. So let's go to Aberdeen and check out what matters down here. This is a bit of a bugger. All right. Okay, well, we can definitely... Aberdeen's obviously going to be our military center. That's what's going to have to happen here. We can get the barracks going, which will be our first focus. Right now, I think I want the barracks, the hill fort, and maybe we do some stuff for food because we need some food stuffs going. Production in towns, in the town rather. So if we put the harbor, this is our first seashore buildings. We have, it says 2 up here. We have 2 related to this category. So if we were doing farming, we could be like, oh, well, I need more farm production. That's great. But this category is going to open up various things that will not be able to be utilized in the current state that we're in because Aberdeen doesn't have much farmland. The population is going to give us bonuses because of villages, which will be very helpful for population growth and reinforcing the troops and so on, as well as trade. So this category, we've got 2 villages, we've got 2 castles, and we have 2 shore towns. So we'll be building in these 3 categories, most likely in this city, in this town. I'm going to try to get the barracks first so we can unlock our troops, because we're going to need them very early on. Food supplies are sitting at, I believe, we have a +2 on food right now. So basically nothing. If I think what I'm going to do is grab our king here.
What is your command?
And we're going to call him to arms. It's going to cost us 150 bucks.
My sword was getting rusty.
It was indeed.
Respect my authority.
We're going to pop into town here.
I haven't slept in a bed for ages.
Oh, stop complaining. And we're going to spend another 20 food from our stockpile if we could. Can we? Yes. No, that'll come from, sorry, not our stockpile, our stored food in the city. We're gonna muster some of the units. So this is where this pool is coming from, our worker pool. We're gonna muster some of these, so we'll actually slightly reduce the tax income here. Town settlement population +2, government +4. So it won't tank too badly, I don't think. We're making 29 right now. We're gonna muster one of these guys. It takes up some of the worker population. Didn't even affect the taxes that much. Population down to 1.4. We're gonna grab one more. So we lost like a couple dollars, whatever, worth of stuff. So this is now this guy now has 2 groups of 500 peasants that the king can now wield as the marshal. So I'm going to get him to hop off into the shores here and his 250-man personal retinue and whatnot, and we're going to head down around the coast to here. So we're going to go offer to help England with their various
Do you need
different...
advice? My blade is sharp.
Where's the option? Where's the... Oh, there it is, right. Offer from England. They would like us to join the war against France. I'm going to accept that.
We've pleased our merchants, sire.
Lovely. So the merchants like the idea of supporting England, because that'll improve relations with England. The English are pleased. The armies, your armies might be small, but it is good to see that you pointed in the right direction, King John. We find your war against France to be a smart decision. Relations with England +244. Let's go to the audience page in a moment here. The great decision. We hope that you will crush the French together with the new allies. So both of those have helped. So we now have a phenomenal 493 relation with England. Now, that might eventually flip the opposite direction if plans go well, but at least we won't be having England crushing us like a bug right away, because they like us now. I'm going to suggest we do we do have trade, right? Because we're in an alliance.
I'm sure this deal will be profitable. Regrettably, I cannot.
Cancel trade with Scotland.
I will need a week to pack our goods.
Yes, and go switch trade to England, which will be a much more profitable trade route.
Export and import are my second nature.
What's your command?
What's your first nature?
I've done my best here.
I thirst for battle.
What's first nature for you, my friend? Okay, so King's heading down here. We're now allied with the English. We can see the battle. The war is here. We are the only supporter. The little shield is ours of the English on the left, and the French fleur de lis, I think that is. Fleur de lis, whatever the symbol is. Anyways, showing that England compared to France here is now slightly in advantage troops-wise. War score hasn't begun anything. So we're going to see how this pans out, because this might get dangerous. But my hope is that we can use the English to tactically peg some raids that don't get our dudes dead, but do get us some land or some supplies while we're out, which we have to take care of because this supplies is depleting. We're going to have to get some supplies by raiding, and we're going to have to try to get some money by raiding. We can get quite a lot of it if we manage this properly. So let's see if we can get a few...
I arrived and spoke with their king already.
Diplomat has arrived in Norway. Excellent. We do not want to improve or work on anything more with the English, but we do want to improve relations over with the Norwegians. Foreign merchants have
Let the
arrived
trading
from
begin.
Scotland. Excellent. Trade with England has been established. Lovely. Foreign merchants have arrived from England. Excellent. We're up to 39 as our treasury. We're using up 10 of our commerce, gaining a bit of religious power and a little bit of books. I'm going
There's
to get
nothing
our
like the cold breeze
awesome
in the morning.
dude.
An ally has joined us in war. Victory
excellent.
is near.
Germany
marching.
is now on our side.
Done.
That's
We
great.
are on our way.
I'm going to go
I
ahead
was
and
getting
land over
seasick.
here. We don't want to pop through foreign turf yet, but I'm going to actually pause for a second, and we're going to look at some features we might get for our king. So we have 328 books. If we specialized, these are the only 2 we get. We don't get to re-roll this. It's totally random. Next one we get will be a different, it'll draw some different opportunities. So it's going to give us the opportunity, we can fill 3 of these stars with skills that are primary to his type. And then we can put 2 of these stars can be secondary skills. We see martial secondary skill, theology 3. So he'll get level 3 if we choose this, and 25% chance to convert religion of occupied towns after siege, which is pretty decent. And in towns, he will generate +3 faith. The tradition would have a 20% chance to convert religions of occupied towns after siege. So that's great. It'll stack that nicely. And culture power increased by 100%. Not really of any value to me as a marshal right now. So I'm going to choose infantry tactics 3. Proper melee training turns ordinary foot soldiers into dependable melee fighters, capable of withstanding any threat on the front line. So the level 3 of this is going to give us 25 infantry and spearman defense, neither of which we have. Well, no, I don't think that's at all. I think infantry is a specific unit, like light infantry. So these peasants don't get the bonus. Defense squads resilience. That might help us a little bit. But we got to go with this one anyways, because that's the only skill he's going to be able to get. He is currently the governor of our city, so this would actually help increase our cash. It will also increase our, the second one here, increase our kingdom levies. We're right now getting 20. Why the Royal Lands levy boost? Why did we get a Royal Lands levy boost? Governor now has 6. Really? Oh, is that because he leveled up? Perhaps it is. If I right click it, locks in a pop-up. Level 3 character, huh? I'll have to watch that. I didn't see why it increased, but perhaps it does. Sailing through the channel. Why from governor? Well, I'm not complaining. I like the idea. So let's
reach the shore
zoom in
soon.
on him. I'd like to get involved in a battle here. I just don't know if the English have units. There we go. The French are coming in to walking through from South Paris. Let's see what happens here. All right, so it takes some time to do river
Moving
crossings.
up.
It takes some time to do that sort of stuff. So we got a big troop here that's all peasants, but we're also all peasants.
What is your command? We'll arrive soon.
I'm
We
not
are
going
on
to
our
commit to
way.
anything. We're going to go hang out up here for a moment. Unfortunately, we can't really tell what this guy's doing until he kind of commits. I don't know if we can see any English. There's an English troop of 3,800 coming across. I'm going to pull down this way to try to...
Chart
Sorry, we're
these
going to have to pop
waters,
into
men.
the water. I think...
We are on our way. Board
yeah.
ships.
I do not want to get him caught in a battle here.
Marching on
All right. We're going to
Done.
wait and react here to...
for the crown.
Upping
To
here.
battle and victory.
We're going to pop in here. I just basically want to tag
Prevail
along with the
or
English army to
die.
support them. We are currently plundering a village in Calais. This is a... What is this? Can I tell what type of village this is? Right here. It is marshland. That doesn't tell me much. I don't know what type of village this is. This is a village, and this is a village. This one might also be a village. Might also be a farmland. I didn't quite see what it was before they started pillaging. This one we can see obviously is a farmland, and the French are going to pillage it before we can interact, which is unfortunate. But hopefully we'll be able to yield some some bonus out of this. Let's pick the speed up a little bit. See who gets it first. Well, unfortunately, I'm not seeing a bunch of English unit movement around. This is troubling.
We have pillaged an enemy settlement.
These are German troops, I believe. Yes, German troops pillaging. What is this? Oh, do we have another battle going on here? Pomerania. I don't think Pomerania is involved in this war. So they must be involved in another war of their own. Alright,
War is coming.
he's pillaging a second village with his 4,000 now manpower.
We should march.
Armies moving.
And we're gonna help him here.
Spare
So
no one.
we got what from this? Battle 1. We only got 20 supplies, huh? We didn't get any cash from that? Pillaging has begun. They're burning down another village. So they're just exchanging atrocities right now, but that's fine. I'd like to see we got 1,138 bucks. We're almost there. Another couple ticks and we'll be able to pause things and have a look at the city. Right, one more.
Fight with honor.
No French hordes coming yet. All right, there we go. We got the.
Push forward.
I
up
cannot wait
Nope,
to
you're
hear
in London.
your
I'm
orders.
popping around to the wrong place. There's Aberdeen. So we have 5 workers available. They will replenish over time based on your growth rates. And right now, what I want to do is actually upgrade this place and get a building going in here. Now, if we do the barracks, we'll increase this number, and we'll start working towards getting new levied troops. We go here, we increase our food production a little bit and our commerce a little bit. It's okay, but then the harbor will allow unlocking the docks, which increase more food per settlement. So that's per coastal settlement, and more commerce in the town. And then we got the fish markets, which provide food in town and trade or commerce in coastal settlements, and the warehouses that improves the town and the storage of foods. So decent for the food category. If we want to go with the shipyards, that's going to really substantially increase our trade and commerce from the capital. But I think what we're going to do to start with is probably go into the barracks here. And we're going to go ahead and build the barracks. It's 1,200 bucks and 1,100 hammers. So that's produced from, if I mouse over, where would it show? Right here. We have 10 hammers. So if we had carpentry shops and such, we would improve that number.
Till the last
Carpenters or
man.
masons and that sort of stuff. Horses, a variety of different things that could improve your production speed. And that just speeds up how quickly you process that 1,200 bucks into a set of barracks or upgrades and whatnot. The French will win their their pillage first. I'm just not sure what they're going to turn and do. Probably go up here and take out this sheep farm next. We're just tossing back and forth
Our
between
queen has given birth to a beautiful princess. Our armies have pillaged a
Our
settlement.
princess has born. That's awesome. All right, we got some more supply again, but no cash. I am not okay with that.
War is coming.
Can I be the first
Destroy
one in
this
here?
nest
Can I
of
rush
scum!
this before he does? The French
I
seem
will
to be
crush
heading
these
down
bugs.
to take care of this. So if I could get away with maybe pillaging this, well, he's not there.
No
Let's
surrender.
see what's happening here.
No
We're
retreat.
crunching these guys. There are almost no stuff going on. Okay, now we've got a
We
big
have
battle
erected
going
a
on
new
here.
building, sire.
So the English have gone off to stop the French. I don't know how well they're going to do there, but we should be able to pillage this and then go get involved with whatever's left over there. It's currently a balanced fight. Oh no, the English are totally going
Sire,
to take it. They
our
have another
diplomat
24.
managed to improve our relations.
Wonderful. They have another 2,400 units coming in here. Big battle started there. Relations with Norway have improved, plus 40 or 85. That's excellent. We'll talk to him about offering trade
Our
agreements.
merchant's opinion has improved.
Fine. Trading with Aberdeen China might prove beneficial to our economy. Excellent. That's all I wanted to see from you, Norway. Merchants like the idea. And we will get trade going there before too long. I can't really... Well, we could afford a basic trade route there. Let's see. What did it cost us? It cost us 500 bucks to initiate a new... to hire a new merchant. So I'll pass on that. Right now, the English, I think, are definitely going to handily win. Yeah, heavily one-sided victory going on there. And we will be responsible for this pillage in Calais, south of Calais here. So hopefully that'll give us a big chunk of cash. What do we got going on here? Another army down here. This is whom? This is Genoa, and oh, is Germany involved in this one? That's why we're seeing that. Yeah, Germany is involved in another war separately from ours,
Till the
or from the
last
English
man.
war. We get nothing but what we can pillage in this war. It's unlikely that England would
A diplomatic message has arrived.
Germany has asked
We
us
have
to join
pillaged
their
an
war.
enemy settlement.
I'm gonna
Our
decline,
army's
thank
opinion
you.
has improved.
Oh, hold on. Gotta pause here for a second. I see a French army in the background running towards us. Germany proposed a better offer. Your refusal will be an obstacle to our trade relations, but if you change your mind, we're willing to sign a trade agreement here below. Carinthia is the target. Now, the reason I'm considering this is because A, it'll give us a trade route. That'll help things out with different relations. And B, there's no chance that we get Corinthian armies running off to Scotland to try to fight us. I'm going to go ahead and accept this. This will cause an increased stability, though. A war exhaustion, because we'll be in two separate wars. But I'll accept.
Merchants in our kingdom applaud our actions, sire.
So we've won this battle here, seized 410 coins, and got 25 supplies. I'm going to
Respect
say
my
this guy
authority.
is running for his life with mostly broken
Any
troops. Am
tactical
I able
advice?
to interact with this?
Spare no one!
If I can, that would be great. That would feel nice. We might even get, we might be able to capture this, whoever this is. Oh, this is King Louis VI. Oh, good gracious. If we could beat him and capture him after the war, we might have ourselves a little bit of a tool to use. So this war, Arneth, where are you, friend? Where is your lands? This is right in the middle, right in the heart of the Alps or whatever this is. Yeah, this is in like northeast of Italy. So Italy's down here. This is up in the mountains leading up. Is this the Rhine? Oh, there's Vienna. Yeah, this is in the middle of like basically nowhere. So I don't think they're going to need our help. But you know, we could head over there and do some pillage if we wanted to. Basically, we're being a mercenary because right now home is not particularly viable option for us. So is there any threats going on back home? I don't see any. Nothing happening back on England's shores. France is
Political view.
here, but this war does not include anybody but France on their side. So if France were to call Flanders, Lorraine, or anybody else in, that might get pretty dicey. But that's not how this works. It's not a guarantee that they get involved in
I
the war.
thirst
So
for battle.
I do too. Let's go see if we can take
Prevail or
this guy out. I don't know if we're going to be able to, but if we can nab him before he gets to hide in his city, that might be good.
We are on our way. Spare no one!
Excellent. Engaging the enemy. I will
We
lead this
hold an
battle.
advantage over our enemies.
So we can lead. Marshall will join after about 91 seconds. Oh, this guy's on his way to join us. Well, that's cool. So this, he looks like a wraith with the blue overlay, a ring wraith. Our troops are preparing for battle. This is slightly one-sided right now, but it'll dramatically change once he arrives with this another 2,300 manpower. Right now, we have a timer ticking down here, so the battle will either, if we go all in, that's basically order our troops engage, we'll observe the battle in simulation. So like we saw with those other guys fighting, just on the map. But we can go into what is one lovely feature I enjoy about this, and we'll make this last part of this episode today a little bit longer to get started, but our forces have a slight advantage over the French. I'll lead the battle. Then we go into basically the map pauses with the exception of whoever is joining this battle. So the English troops that are on their way, they'll join us after it says 90 seconds or so into the battle. So once we hit play,
The enemy stands here.
thanks. That's lots
Check
of
your
cool
map,
information.
sire. Taking these capture points could guarantee our
I'll skip
victory.
his babble. Okay, so here we are in our battle. We've got, this is a real-time battle. We've got pause controls over on the left.
I'm in charge here.
Noble cavalry here, which is what our lord starts with. I'm going to switch him to a flat positioning formation. Bring him up here. These two are our infantry. I want them to be, well, I'm going to put them, let's have them up here. Let's give ourselves, that
Go
did not
there.
do them
Here we
both. Let's try to move them both.
should we do?
There we go. There we go, like this. Give them this sort of a
Go
position.
that way.
And we'll give our
My life is
allies
precious.
some time to arrive, and we'll hand up back here. And the enemy's going to be up here. There are 2 capture points on the map in this particular map because it's such a small one. There's only 1 for each team, which can be dangerous. On these little fights, if you let the enemy leader run around behind you and don't watch, he can step into your little star area here. And if he stands here long enough, he just changes the color of the flag over time, and it's a capture flag. If you leave him, he can capture it and end the battle without actually having to fight your troops, which is a little weird, but it happens. I got to be careful of the, using the terrain right and this sort of stuff. I'm still very, very new at this, so bear with me if I blunder my way through and get all of our dudes dead. I hope not.
From there, we can watch the
morale
battle.
advantage, I think, right now. His lord, however, has archery bonus, which isn't going to come into play here. And what? Bargaining bonus? Yeah, not really relevant at all. That's okay.
I'm in charge
We'll
here.
do a little bit of a shuffle this way. Somewhere randomly on the map, our allies will show up at some point. Oh, you can see the progress bar. 20 seconds till they pick where they're going to go. Looks like he's going to try to go around and flank our position here, which is awesome. That's exactly what I was hoping to do with this terrain.
More
moving
troops
this
have
terrain.
come to aid in our battle.
Fight these fools.
We're going to charge into this group, actually. Not this one, but this one back here.
Attack with caution.
Boom. Okay, the first one's fallen. Now he's running around the backside here, but our allies are going to come in behind. And so he's not going to have anything left of his units.
Here we are. Do not be afraid. Watch out. They're flanking us. We are on our way.
There you
Our
go.
foe's morale is
Charge
fading.
back in. Smash. I don't know if that works, but, we'll break that. And he's going to try the claim on this seat. He's going around to try to flank us.
Ha! The weaklings have run away.
All right, hold on. I want our infantry here to line up, not there, this way. And
I
our
must be well
Lord's
protected.
units are going to do this sort of a thing up here. Now, I don't know what he's going to try to pull, but he's obviously not planning
Not
to go
too
straight
close
down
to
there.
the enemy. My life is precious.
Now, that was his shattered units.
Here we are. We are on our way.
We'll take this to try to use
I
our
must
infantry
be well
here.
protected. Enemy cavalry incoming. Let's
Right.
go. It looks
Engage.
safe. I'm in charge here. Surround the
All
enemy.
right, he's definitely trying to flank us here.
What should we do? Blood and steel.
His dudes, okay, he didn't get the
I'm in
effective
charge
charge.
here.
He did get
We
bungled
must
up there.
protect
Their
our
morale
leader
is
from the
falling
enemies.
faster than ours. And our allies are starting to rain arrows in on them.
The enemy
Excellent.
is cowering.
These guys are actually fighting the stragglers that they snagged there. His morale is dropping fast now that he's starting to take shots. He's also pinned on the hill edge there.
My life
This
is
is working.
precious.
This is working. Okay. They're basically all but shattered. One of our guys is a little bit stunned
The
there.
enemies fled like
There we go. We
sheep.
took them out. All right. I think we got we might have captured their dude. Let's see. Let's see if we captured the king. That was the king, wasn't it? Yes. That's why the
We
English were
killed the enemy king.
killed
Our
them.
army
Oh,
approved of our
bugger.
recent actions.
Good news. The enemy surrendered.
Yeah, I know they surrendered. But you killed the enemy king, genius. Oh, well. All right. So we lost a hefty amount of manpower there, but, I mean, it's probably worth doing. We're going to see if we can get down here and do a bit of pillagey work on some more French lands here. Now, as long as we don't get ourselves killed.
Sire, we've received a letter from the Pope.
Okay, hold on. The Pope is causing trouble. Funding a crusade demand. I'm going to decline, thanks, Pope.
The opinion of our clergy
I know.
dwindles,
I
sire.
know. Army was happy with that, so that's good. Right now, the clergy's not happy at all. Merchants' opinions increased. Army opinions increased again from the battle and from killing off the enemy king in battle. Clergy's opinion has decreased because we didn't help the Holy See. French are angry, partially because we killed their king, I'm guessing, and because we pillaged their lands. English are pleased that we pillaged their lands, and the Germans are also pleased that we've joined their war. So lots going on there. Army joined battle, cool. Battle won. The enemy troops have surrendered, excellent. Okay, so no cash out of that, but we did have that was a nice power move. Definitely helps the support of the battle. It also breaks the French a little bit in a way that hopefully we can get down and like do some pillaging here. We'll see about that, but that'll be for next episode. I hope you guys enjoy the series. This will be the goal is Highlands to Islands. We're gonna try to get there's large Scottish forces moving through. We're gonna try to get Aberdeen to become the owner of all the British Isles, the English, the Scottish, the Welsh, the Irish, all of that territory.
Sire, our enemies have gained a new ally.
Well, that's not great. Burgundy's just joined the battle against us. Well, we'll have to take care of that in the next time, but we now have the barracks. So in the next episode, we will have this built. We're going to start with Fletcher's. We'll queue that up right now. It'll cost us 1,000 labor and 480 bucks. And then we're going to try to get the spears and the swords as well as the town guard. All of this upgrade will allow us the ability to produce units. So instead of, if we look over here, we look at light infantry, we can't get them. That's because it says requires swordsmith. This one requires spear makers. This one requires Fletchers. Well, those are the upgrades for the barracks. So as long as we've got one of those in the city, we can start producing units here. And since this place has castles and shore settlements and whatnot, it should be able to supply the food, the peasantry, and the kingdom levies to keep our armies feeding nicely. So hopefully we'll be able to really get some good cash out of this.
I'm ready.
Some experience in battle, literally my experience in battle, and improve relations and definitely help ourselves grow a little bit by grabbing some cash out of this. The problem is we might upset more people, and we also might have some more war exhaustion from this. So I think
Who needs
next
convincing?
time we'll consider bringing the Baron Kenneth here back home to improve relations with our local factions. So, but that's it for today. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me for this first episode. If you do like Knights of Honor 2, or at least you like to see the grand strategy stuff returning to the channel, this going forward into the at least the first half of 2023 is going to be a staple in our channel. Maybe not this game long term, but I'm going to get back to doing more mix of grand strategy and like Dwarf Fortress, Factorio, that sort of stuff, those sort of bigger games, longer plays in our 6 p.m. slot. Our 6 a.m. slot's going to be our city builders. I'll try to focus in on that. The variety stuff is going to end up more coming from streams. So for now, we're doing a Dwarf Fortress stream this coming week, or this week, I guess. This will release this same week as the Dwarf Fortress is running. So the what is this? The week of, I don't know, the 12th to the 18th, I guess, of December. That's going to be Stranded Alien Dawn in the mornings, and this in the evenings, and then our streams Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Standard Daylight, or Central Daylight Time. So hopefully you guys enjoy the show. If you do have feedback, please let me know in the Discord or in the comments about the videos and all that. If you like one genre over the other, or you like one game over the other, the simplest way to handle supporting the channel and more of that in the channel is to go and watch. On a side note, we are still doing Medieval Dynasty. It's going to be every second or third day, and it'll be coming out on the noon time slot, so it won't affect the others. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining me. Have yourselves a great rest of the day, and we'll see you in game.